ka pupunta?
CR lang po ako.
Sige. Bilisan mo, mag-rehearsal na tayo.
Sige po, sige.
Pasensya na kasi hindi ako nakapagdala ng laptop. Nandito na naman akong lesson dito. Pero wala tayong PowerPoint, tsaka wala rin tayong visual aid. Bale, napasa nyo na ba yung assignment? Opo. Mamaya, yung ambassador, pasa nyo na lang sa akin. So, ang lesson natin ngayon ay Anthropocentrism. Tignan niyo mo define Anthropocentrism. Sarip, what is Anthropocentrism?
The idea for human person regarding to themselves.
Ano ba? Alexa? Alexa, tawin. Ano ba? Yung sentro daw ng mundo. Lasang pin. Yung pinaniniwalaan ng tao. Thank you. Sige na po.
Silence, please!
The idea of human person regarding themselves as the center of the world is not found. This
Plus one. Lahat ng nag-recite plus one. Okay, magaling na marami pa ito nag-recite. Kasi meron tayong 25 minutes sa klase natin. Grabe! Bale, wala akong marker. May plus one yung magbibigay ng marker. Ano bang klase? Sige, okay lang. Is that your way of telling me that my class is boring?
No,
So, Anthropocentrism. Never mind, ma'am.
Ma'am, ano po yung binasa niyo, ma'am?
Hindi nakikinig na. Hindi po nakikinig.
Ano yung pagkakaintindi nyo sa humans are the most significant species on the planet?
organisms to the nation.
Sorry, habang yung drawing ko, pero di ba kakalaso lang natin ang idealism. So, kahit dito mukhang planeta, dito mukhang
Bacteria ba?
planet to guys.
Bacteria yan.
Sorry, Please respect. So,
Oh my God. Mom, galing niya talaga. Hoy, palayan pa yan, palayan. Yung birds pa, birds. Yung birds, ma'am.
So, base sa Anthropocentrism, ang tao ang sentro ng planeta natin. At ang environment, andyan ang mga yamang lupa, andyan ang mga minerals na nakuha natin sa yamang lupa, andyan din yung mga halaman na nagbibigay sa atin ng oxygen. At andyan din yung mga kinakain natin. Base sa Anthropocentrism, Kim, pinagalit mo ako. Base sa Anthropocentrism, ang tao ang sentro ng mundo dahil siya ang may kapangyarihan para mag-handle ng nature at ng mga bagay na nakuha natin mula sa nature. Nagiging significant or nagiging mahalaga para sa mga tao ang nature dahil we benefit from it. Diba?
Yes.
So, isipin nyo kung hindi tayo nag-benefit mula sa mga halaman, sa mga pagkain, sa mga yamang lupa, sa mga minerals, alaga pa ba natin ito? No. Pero kahit na nag-benefit tayo dito, hindi pa rin natin siya naalagaan ng mabuti. Puro lang tayo kuha ng resources hanggang sa maubos na yung mga yan, maubos na to, yung mga bundok, nasisira dahil sa mining. So, naiintindihan ko.
Opo.
May tanong.
Wala po.
Ready na sa quiz?
Ready po.
Siyempre, isa pa lang to.
Wala na kami choice ng kumabit.
So, meron pa tayo isa. Ito yung natawag na Great
Wall of China.
Shade
Wala yung pala iba.
So, sino may idea kung ano yung Great Shade? Anyone? Go ahead. Sino makakapagsabi? Nagbasa ako. Sabi nun, ma'am, ang nature daw, ginawa siya para sa plant, tapos ang plants ginawa para sa animals, tapos ang animals para naman sa tayo. Pero hindi na ako. Sino ba? Sofia, baka may nagdadagdag ka. Wala na bang iba?
Wala na, ma'am. Precise yung kaya naman.
So, sabi din, meron daw kinalaman ang Anthropocentrism sa environmental crisis. Ito yung natawag na human factor. Nakakapag-explain kung ano yung environmental crisis. Hartley. Ano ang environmental crisis based on your
Naging gusto ko ng environmental crisis ng pagkaroon ng mga tao.
Tama yun. Yes.
May idea lang.
Okay lang. Ano yung environmental crisis at bakit may kinalaman yung anthropocentrism sa environmental crisis?
Hindi naman kasi environmental crisis under po sa tawagin po is human factor. So yung human factor po is possible po yung mga wrongdoings po ng human. Kaya po nagkakaroon ng environmental crisis.
Very good. So dahil sa ating mga tao, nasisira na yung kalikasan natin. Nabalita niyo ba yung pagkasunog ng ano?
Ayun! Grabe yun! Nakita niya!
Ano yung sadya?
Kasi gusto daw,
Kasi gusto daw nila, ano, kuhain yung lupa. Mapatay na sila.
So, sino makakapibigay ng iba pang example ng environmental crisis dahil sa human factor? Go, P.
Gaano?
Kilala mo siya, no?
Yun nga, sa mga bahawag.
Yung mga minahan mo. Ay,
Tama. Dahil sa minahan, nasisira yung mga bundok. Nasisira siya. Tama, deforestation. Therefore, nawawala na tayo ng mga puno. Ilang organisms yung nawawala ng habitat dahil sa mining. Tapos, sila nag-benefit from the gold. Yung mga may-ari. Diba?
Sa kayo sa ano?
Tao pa rin yung nagbe-benefit from mining. Nasisira yung kalikasan, nag-benefit yung tao. Pero, at the end of the day, karamihan pa rin sa mga tao na apektuhan dahil kasi nagkakaroon ng mga baha. Nagkakaroon ng mga landslide, ng mga pagbaha, and tao pa din yung naapektuhan. So, yun pa rin yung pagiging sentro ng tao. Tao yung gumagawa ng dahilan, tao rin yung naapektuhan.
Pero ang paggamit ng dinamita para
Tama. Tama. Kapag gumagamit tayo ng dinamita, mas mabisa na ako ng mga isda. Kahit masisira din yung corals. Therefore, nawawala ng oxygen dun sa part ng dagat. Yung mga isda, hindi sila pupunta doon kasi walang oxygen, walang gumagawa ng hangin ng mga isda. Therefore, mawawala na ng isda dun sa part ng dagat ngayon. Hanggang sa maubos lahat ng coral reef, mawala ng oxygen sa dagat, mamatay na lahat ng mga isda. So, tayo pa rin yung pinaka-naapektuhan nun kasi wala na ako. So, para mas lalo natin naiintindihan yung lesson, you will have a report. To be presented tomorrow.
By group na?
Opo, by group. So, ang magkakagrupo, ito, tapos kayo, tapos kayo. Ang lesson ay instrumental value para sa kanila, instrumental value, anthropogenic interference,
Kamalami ma.
trace of anthropogenic interference, kayo. Ang katuli sa akin, anthropogenic interference. Tapos sa kanila yung trails of anthropogenic interference. Trails. Ha? Yung trails of anthropogenic interference.
Nakalaga ng isla.
Ma'am, kailan mo na-reported?
Bukas ulit. Bukas ulit. Okay, kaya.
Sabado bukas.
Guys, start na. Ano rin mga aquarium. Break na. Okay, goodbye class. Goodbye and thank you, Zero. Bigay ko umiyak.
Bigay mo ma'am, kailan nila ma'am?
Kobe? Read ka na naman,
Sorry,
Kobe.
ma'am. Traffic po eh.
Grabe siya. Third subject na. Click ka ba?
Traffic po.
Read na naman.
Wait, tayo na. Nandiyan na si ma'am.
Okay, so, let's pray. Rogelio, please. Let's start working. Yes, we are.
Respeto na honor.
Guardian dear to us, love to me. Ever be saved, yet my side to life and come through and Okay, so are you ready for your report? Yeah! 5 minutes na!
Ma'am, wala kayo sa dalawa. Ready po, ready.
So, yung ginagawa namin is illegal logging. Kapag nagpuputol po ng puno, syempre, kapag lumakas na yung ulan, wala nang sisip-sip ng tubig. Maraming effects yung illegal logging. Halimbawa na doon, kunyari, pag putol na yung mga puno, syempre, mas kukulangin yung sources natin ng oxygen, mas iinit, tapos pag nagbaha, mas konti yung sisip-sip ng tubig, kaya mas may.
Yung pangalawa po is yung magamit ng dinamita kapag nanginis na.
Nood na kami. Sige, di ba? Pag kasi gumamit tayo ng dinamita, pag nag-iisda, nasira yung habitat ng isda, mawawalan sila ng place or tirahan niya para mag-bake or tumira doon.
Kumaunti na yung resources natin kapag kasi umalis sila sa loob. Wala yung nanginis na yung
wala rin silang makalaga ng ikito. Thank you for listening.
Hi po ma'am, kami po yung group 2. Ang report namin tungkol sa instrumental value. So babasahin po ni Cobie yung meaning po na nasa segment po.
Instrumental value. In the anthropocentric view, value of anthropogeny, this means that it's up to human to assign value to things. Something has value if it is valuable to
Minus 1. This means that it is up to the humans to assign value to things, and something has value if it is valuable to humans. Specifically, value as anthropogenic means that humans determine whether an object is valuable or not depending on how the object is beneficial to or in the service of human needs. So madali na po yung instrumental value. To sum up po, it means po, if yung human po is hindi po nagbe-benefit sa isang specific na bagay po, so wala po siya instrumental value. Pero po, if yung human is nagbe-benefit sa isang bagay, for example po, yung human po nagbe-benefit sa mga isda. So mas may instrumental value po, malaki po yung value noon sa human compare po sa others. So mas pinapahalagan po yung isda kaysa sa mga coral reefs na doon po na hinahan yung fishes. Hindi lang po.
Okay. Next row.
Hi ma'am, good afternoon po.
This is presentation of Group 4. Group 4 po.
Shares of anthropogenic interference. Several factors reveal the base of destruction caused by anthropogenic interference.
In the deteriorating environmental situation, in his book titled The Death of Life, The Horror of Extinction, Scott McDonough, 2005, pointed out the consequences of a reductionist view of the environment as an instrument at the disposal of human beings.
Ito, ang sabi po, according to C.F. McDonough, ay ito po, yung ginawa niya, yung title ng book niya, yung parang nagpapatunay na yung sinabi nga ng unang group sa amin na marami niyang nangyayari, ay marami niyang nangyayari parang climate change sa magagawa ng tao.
Kasi hindi nila pinapangalagaan yung nature natin. Sunod po, habitat destruction. Anthropogenic interference is evident in the massive habitat destruction which began during the Spanish and American colonization. Explanation, sorry. reaching a high point in the 1980s and leaving only 23% of the Philippine forest covered. By the 1990s, this forest area was further trimmed down to a slim 18%. Sadly, the enormous profits generated from the destructive commercial logging alone failed to trickle down to the poor. Worse, the poor are even poorer now. Nakakalungkot.
So, ang sabi po doon, parang nung Spanish and American colonized, parang doon po nagmula nung pagkala nung yung mga ginagawa ng tao para masira yung palikasan. Tsaka parang marami ding reason para sa yung mga pang-business, pang-ganon,
Yun yung naisip na para din sa atin yung kung ba't nabubuhay yung mga nasa paligid. Para inisip lang nila yung para sa pera. Kaya sinisira nila yung mga drama.
Opo.
Yun. Nasa lawag na. Thank you po.
Okay, so, naintindihan niyo naman yung lesson. Yes. Okay. So, bukas, mag-quiz tayo. Tungkol sa report. Tapos, yun lang. That's so, goodbye, class.
Goodbye and thank you, Mr. Rose.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, po.
In Lesson 1, Anthropocentrism comes from the Greek word anthropos, which means human being, and kentrons means center. According to Cox and Simpson 2015, it is the belief that human beings are the most significant entities in the universe, which acclaims humans as the center of everything and makes them the measure of all things. Incorrelational of humans and the environment, and the view of anthropocentric means that the environment has its purpose and that is to provide the wants and needs of the human. According to Curry 2011, all value is human, and that ethics should therefore have human persons as its principal or even sole focus. As long as it serves the needs of a human or it will be beneficial, then it is valuable for them. The history begins with Plato and Aristotle's idea, which suggested that there exist degrees of completeness and arrangement in natural entities. Aristotle suggested the scale of nature that have the hierarchical concept of the great chain of being, in which nature made plants for the use of animals, and animals were made for the sake of humans, which is stated by Sessions 1995. In general, it supported all the philosophical systems in which humans have sovereignty and freedom to be in charge over the world. The Great Chain of Being. The so-called Great Chain of Being discusses the anthropocentric view. The philosophy of Plato and Aristotle shows the completeness of all natural entities. In Aristotle's view, because of the human's intelligence, they were superior to animals and plants. And from Francis Bacon, humans are shown as the central fact of the universe, also supporting the exalted view that humans had unlimited powers and freedom. Lesson 2. The cost of the anthropocentric view and the environmental crisis. The correlation between the anthropocentric view and the present environmental crisis. The super typhoon Haiyan was described by the expert as the strongest typhoon that has ever recorded in landfall of human history. It serves as an eye-opener for the world leaders and the myriad human-induced environmental crisis with long-term negative consequences for humanity. Anthropogenic interference. And for the human factor, anthropogenic interference point out the activities of human that contributes to the environmental crisis. For example, here in the Philippines, this human factor noticeable in large amount of garbage that flow in Manila Bay when the strong rains come. And for the trails of anthropogenic interference, Sean McDonough, year 2005, pointed out in his book titled The Death of Life, the horror of extinction, the reductionist view about the environment being an instrument for the disposal of human hand. There are several factors that discloses the trails of destruction caused by the anthropogenic interference in the failing environmental situation. Habitat destruction. During the Spanish and American colonization, anthropogenic interference is apparently obvious in the massive destruction of the natural habitat. The destruction of the Philippine forest affected the home such as soil erosion, which causes landslides and flash floods. Monsoons led to the destruction of properties and loss of lives. Moreover, those scientists that rely on the flora and fauna are now deprived of knowledge and raw materials for the discovery of new medicines, which Professor Edward O. Wilson, 2000, whips the race between science and extinction. Destruction of water ecosystem. Fisher folks who rely on the seas for their livelihood find it difficult to catch fish these days. They need to go farther seas just to catch meals to feed their families. The destructive human habits destroys the water ecosystem such as overfishing, destruction of coral reefs, and indiscriminate dumping of chemical waste from factories. According to United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization 2002, 70% of the world's oceanic fisheries are going over their capacity. Sadly, fishes that are near to extinction are harvested just in order to provide luxury food. Global warming in 2007, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC, released a report stating the multiple lines that confirms the post-industrial rise in greenhouse gases does not relate from natural mechanism. Their Working Group 1 mentioned the significance of the human factor in climate change. Global atmospheric concentration of carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide have increasingly marked as a result of human activities since 1750 up until now. The global increases in carbon dioxide are due to fossil fuel use and land use change, while methane and nitrous oxide are due to agriculture. Believing in anthropocentrism, humans, being the most significant species among all, should embody the characteristics of a true significant being. Humans are capable of thinking critically. Humans are hardwired competitors. The mercurial minds of humans have the power to change the world. Hence, humans can possibly change the world for the better if they want to. Clung unto the anthropocentrism is the instrumental value which is very evident nowadays. The technology has hastily turned humans into individuals who mindlessly assign values of the things around them. Little did they know that if a particular species flourishes them, it is achingly important. Having that noted, humans ought to be mindful of their actions so they can save the planet and sustain every species living on it.